Hello guys, welcome to my channel and I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to discuss a very important question which is generally asked in the interviews. That is, what is the difference between delete, drop and truncate? So first we will discuss delete command. So it is basically a data manipulation language command. That means it is used to manipulate, or we can say it makes some changes to the data of the table. Using delete command, we can delete one or more than one row from the table. And we can also delete all the row in once with the help of delete command. And if we compare the delete command to the truncate, then it is slower than the truncate command. And delete command is also transaction safe. So if you want to delete all the row in one go, then you will write delete from and then the name of the table. And if you want to delete rows based on some condition, so we can specify the condition with the delete command. Then it will delete only those rows which will satisfy the condition. Here are some points to be noted, that when we delete all the rows using delete command, then only rows get deleted, but the schema or the structure of the table remains the same. And also we can rollback the delete operation. Here rollback means we can undo the last delete operation if and only if you didn't commit the transaction. That's why it is also transaction safe. Okay, so let's perform some delete operation. Here is our employee info table, which is same we have used in the last video. Now we will delete the row having id equal to 1. So we will write delete from employee info where id equal to 1. After the execution, we will get this output. You can see the first row is deleted. Now let's delete all the row by just writing this simple command, delete from employee info. It will delete all the 9 rows. And if you check, you will get the empty set. But when we check the schema of the table using desc command, we will get the table's schema. It will not get deleted. Now let's delete one row and then we perform rollback operation on it. So for this, we need to start the transaction first by writing the simple command start transaction, and then we perform the operation for deleting that one row. So you can see our one row is deleted. Then we write the rollback command. So after the rollback, you will get back the row you have last deleted. Here you can see we get back our first row. And in the last, we will commit the transaction we have started using commit command. And once we commit the transaction, we can't roll back it. Now let's delete all the row and roll back them. Again we will start the transaction, then we will perform operation for the deletion. So you can see here we get the empty set. And if we roll back the transaction, we will get back our all the deleted rows we last deleted. And then we commit our transaction. And what if we try to roll back after committing the transaction? So again we start it, perform operation, and then we will commit the transaction. Now let's try to roll back it. So when you will check, you will not get back your last deleted rows because we committed the transaction. Now I hope you have a good idea about the delete command. So let's discuss our next command, which is truncate. Truncate is a DDL or data definition language command. Using this command, we can delete all the row of the table, but we can't delete the rows one by one or by using where clause like delete command. And also truncate command is faster than delete command. It is not transaction safe. So to delete all the rows using truncate, we will write truncate table and then table name. Or you can also write truncate and then table name. And when we use the truncate command, our schema will not get deleted. It will remain same as before. But unlike the delete command, we can't roll back the rows deleted by using truncate command because it internally uses the commit command after the truncate. So here is our employee info table. Now we will write the truncate command to delete all the rows. So you can see we have the empty set. And when you check the schema of the table, you will see it is same as before. Now let's try to roll back the truncate rows. So we will start the transaction and then perform operation to truncate table and then try to roll back it. But when you will try to fetch the records, you will get the empty set, but the schema will not get deleted. So this is all about truncate command. And guys, if you have not subscribed my channel, so please subscribe it so that you can get the update of new videos. So let's discuss our next and the last command, which is drop command. It is also data definition language command. When we use the drop on the table, then the complete existence of the table get vanish. That means drop command delete all the rows or the data of the table and also its schema. So its whole structure with the data get deleted and there will be no option to roll back the table. So the command is drop table and then table name. You can see here is our employee info table and this is the structure or schema of the table. So let's drop the employee info table and then try to fetch any record from it. Then you will get the error. You see, this time we don't get the empty set but the error which says that employee info table doesn't exist, and the same error will be there if you try to get the table schema. So I hope you will have a good idea about the difference between delete, drop and truncate. Now one more question is that why truncate is faster than delete? So whenever we delete all the rows using truncate, it internally drops the table and then recreate it, while the delete command delete the rows one by one and it also maintain the transaction log. So when we work with the large amount of data and want to delete all the rows, then truncate is a good option and it is the faster than delete. And also here is a table which will give you a more clear picture about the differences we had discussed. So guys, that's all about the delete, drop and truncate. If you like the video, so please hit the like button and subscribe my channel for the latest update. Thank you so much for watching.